Parent-Teacher Conferences by Ashley Galanti and Molly Rafferty. The focus of parent-teacher conferences is to create a welcoming environment that leads to positive communication between the school and the home. It's important to focus on minimizing misinterpretations and maximizing possibilities for partnerships with parents and guardians. The use of guidelines is critical when one is building partnerships with families of diverse backgrounds and/or when discussing a diagnosis of a disability or giving information about a learning or behavior problem. Being culturally responsive as a teacher is important when working with families of various levels of education, socioeconomic levels, years in the U.S., language proficiency, degree of acculturation, geographic location, religious beliefs, occupation, and so on. Casual versus purposeful conferences. The first type of conference is casual, which is ongoing, often unscheduled, and commonly characterized as informal chats. This allows educators to learn about the child's interests and abilities and can assess the family, parent, or guardian's involvement in the schooling process. The second type of conference is purposeful. This is where the parent and our guardian and educator discuss a particular topic of concern. This can include academic progress, behavior, IEP changes, and so on. Teachers need to determine what the best mode of communication is, who to be invited to the conference, and allow enough time to focus on the child's needs. Quantity and quality is required. The impact on education. Effective teacher conferences enhances school-to-family partnerships. Academic performance and behavior expectations need to be communicated to all students and families, especially because they may have different expectations at home. Conferences help teachers gain insight from parents on what may be causing a particular issue. It is important to conclude a conference with a clear consensus as to what will be done or should be done so that you as a teacher can expect to see change. The action and roles that should be taken by the educator, parent, and child, and other resources should be clearly communicated and clarified.
Successful parent conferences can lead to positive communication between school and home. Parental involvement is a sign of successful transition to school and classroom achievement. Educating each child is a joint endeavor between teachers and parents, made more effective by this collegial relationship. Attending to and acting on parents' or guardians' input enhances communication. Striving towards creating a non-judgmental attitude and being aware of the family's current life situations is crucial as a teacher. Teachers must also acknowledge that the parent and guardian is the child's primary advocate, and an educator must be aware of cultural bias when communicating. Keeping the conference focused on the issue and working with the parent toward positive change are also very important. Our call to action is to be culturally responsive when leading teacher conferences. This can be accomplished by the following. Teachers should be aware of personal beliefs, values, and expectations of families so that cultural competence and a sense of trust can be established. Avoid cultural bias when communicating by creating a non-judgmental attitude and putting in effort to learn about your students' cultures and values. Learning about other cultures and traditions and integrating these findings into classroom decorations, activities, and curriculum is a fun way for teachers to avoid cultural bias. Here are our references, and thank you for listening.